I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex. Today, we're going to be looking at Fit Model Pro Card winners. Some of the winners there that took home their Pro Card from the NPC North American Championships. It is probably one of the most competitive showcases we've seen thus far of Fit Model, period. And it's giving us some clear insight into where this division is really moving. So today, we're going to break down some of these Pro winners, talk about those placings, why they landed the way they did, ultimately, what that's going to mean for you as a fit model competitor out here trying to figure out your way on this crazy wild west stage of this new division. And that's exactly what we're going to get into. Keep in mind, I do tons of these videos, so if you're new here, subscribe. If you're a repeat viewer, drop me a comment, let me know you're here, let me know what you want to see next. All right, I want to bring it up, I want to put it on the channel for you. Let's get down to fit model business. So here we are, with our overall winner and pro card winner, Vanessa. So Vanessa not only turned pro, she also won over all the other pros. So pretty much can give you the sense that it is the most accurate example of the criteria that we're going to get here at this event, right? So what we can see overall is, the classic fit model look that is pretty much advancing a lot right now. Like I've been saying on the channel, being seen at the regional level, and right now it's happening again. So, fit model supposed to be that throwback look to 10 years ago bikini. So it's supposed to be a little bit less muscle bikini, less condition, all this and that. Bikini before bikini got crazy, or like it is now, where it's bigger, more muscular, leaner, right? So what we can see on Vanessa's physique is a little bit more of that shoulder shape and fullness than we typically been seeing, but not a bad thing. That fullness and that size is really what's winning right now in fit model. She has it great. Good match to the bicep and tricep. Still needs to be symmetrical. Still needs to showcase. Still needs to bring through that upper body width, right? That's everything about fit model division right now. And a great taper into the midsection. So super narrow waist effect. She has it. Lock it down. That's what you need in fit model if you want to do your best. Now the fit model front pose here doesn't showcase a lot of glute, but you do still tend to see on the more competitive athletes, you will still see some of that front glute there. And it's because, again, of that development. So it's one of those things I like to just bring up. It's not necessarily the focus of that front pose. Mainly what judges are looking at here is your quad development, your lower body development, right? And she has good development overall, a lot of fullness, a lot of size. It brings in more of that mini wellness look, like I've been talking about on this channel back and forth a bit, saying, hey, what's going on with fit model? It's adding a lot of size, it's adding a lot of shape, it's looking like a little bit of a mini wellness. And we do kind of get that. So it's a lot of fullness. Now, conditioning wise, right? This is where things are getting more interesting, right? Because conditioning is supposed to be much softer than bikini, and it is, as it kind of fits right now. But it is still, fit model as a division is ramped up in a lot of ways from where it was starting, where it was looking a little bit different. Now we are getting a little leaner, right? We're starting to see a little bit more of the rib action, some more of the oblique stuff, still soft in the lower bodies, right? And a little bit up top, but overall, I would say it's kind of coming up. It's kind of coming up in those ways. And she really does have a complete look there. Let's take a look from the back, and we'll just flop back and forth here. From the back, you're going to see all those same markers, but it doesn't look like bikini. And I'm actually going to do a separate video comparing both of these together. So stay tuned for that if you want to see. But realistically, what we can see here, she's got the shoulder shape from the back. That's more fullness than we were seeing on a lot of fit model competitors. And I know there's a lot of competitors actually competing. I watch these lineups and I'm like, okay, some of them been doing this, already, 9 months now. So some of them were at the first events and things, and we're doing all right now. They're not doing as good at, these events because the look has changed. The look where it started, the look where it was in the middle, the look now and where it's going, all different. And that's why fit model is kind of this wild west right now. But again, that shoulder shape, that size, not too much action coming from the triceps. Don't need it in this division as much. Great taper in. That's again the focus, and lower body. You want to see fullness here. So no tie-ins has specifically been noted. We're seeing no tie-ins really here on at all on this overall winner. So again, that's a very soft look. That's a softer condition. And that's again what is winning in fit model. A lot of fullness. We do see quad development from the back. Typically, I don't see that a lot unless I'm talking about wellness. So again, we are seeing some of that here as an indicator of just the size and the density of muscle you actually need to have in this division. I know a lot of people, I get a lot of comments and a lot of people hating on me for even covering fit model division. If you like the coverage, drop it in the comments, because I get a lot of hate from people saying don't even cover this division. But what we can see, is that this division definitely has a lot of muscle, and that's what's happening right now. It's getting more and more muscular. more and more fullness. We see fullness to the glute, the upper glute, everything there as much as we can with these suit cuts. And that, again, is a really key indicator. Softer conditioning. Yes, that is the main difference here at this point, I would say, because the muscularity of fit model is approaching where bikini is. However, if you watch my bikini video from this event, bikini's looking a lot more muscular too. So might be strategic maneuvers from the judges here to delineate these divisions in a clear outside. But Vanessa totally kills it. She locks down that look. She brings it. And, we got a couple others in this group we're going to talk about. I did not cover every pro at this event, by the way. So if you have any other ones you want to see or you are one watching, let me know in the comments. I'll bring it up. So let's look at Class D here. Okay. So Class D winner, Marina. So she won Class D, turned pro card here. And that's awesome. She's got a little bit of a different structure, different look. This is where you start to see again, though, what I've been saying, this division's advancing, okay? Like, let's take a look. So, shoulder size, shape, and density. And I was getting some comments of people saying, no, it has not advanced. Well, we were not seeing shoulders in fit model like we are, right now on anybody mere months ago. Now we're seeing a lot more fullness. Now we're seeing a lot more that, that shape and that density. She really has a good shape up top, and that's great because it creates that first, upper base of that hourglass shape that we need to see come together to create this look. Great taper in at the midsection. That's that V taper look that judges want to see. And again, glutes from the front here just a little bit, which typically I say for only wellness comparisons. But these poses honestly get a little bit similar to wellness in a lot of ways at this point. Main thing judges are looking at is quad structure here. And that's what we do see a lot of fullness, a lot of quad shape. Look at the muscle density in these quads. I mean, she has it. It's a lot of muscle on this frame. It's a lot of muscle coming to fit model. Fit model ladies are getting bigger. Some of the earlier fit model pros are probably looking at this saying, "Oh, dang, I gotta be leveling myself up here right now, right, for the pro leagues because a lot of muscle is coming to fit model. That's what's being rewarded right now. I think it's again what judges wanted to do. It's kind of what the criteria went all over the place in the beginning, and now hopefully we're getting a more streamlined look. Conditioning wise, still softer, right? If she was harder, we would see a lot more splits in the quads and things. We do see some soft lines here in the abs. Upper body's looking leaner, but that's all right. That's part of how it goes when you are competing. And she pulls off this, look, this pro card difference here from, overall to pro card. It's just a little bit more of a compacted look over here. Let's look from the back. This is where we're going to get the full story, as I always say. So, unfortunately, here, a little bit of a blurred out look, but we can still see she does have that shoulder structure, that shoulder shape there. We can see a good taper in. Conditioning wise, even though it's blurry, it would be blurry anyway, conditioning wise, because it's not a hard condition. Softer level condition, good glute structure, upper glute overall, no tie in, and good balance between the quads and hamstrings. So again, fit models really kind of lean in a lot of ways, in my opinion, towards the muscle right now. Let me know what you think. Do you like the new look of fit model, or were you liking the earlier season look more? Were you liking, the look from just a few nationals back, which here we are again. Things are looking different. So, Class B winner, pro card winner, Priscilla here. Now she has again a lot of that same similarities going on here. Delts, good shape there, not too big, not too crazy. About what we expect with this division. That's good. That locks it in. Great taper into the midsection, creating that shape, that V tapered look. Glutes from the front here. That muscle density. Again, a lot of quads, lots and lots of quads on these fit model ladies right now. I'll tell you what. All the fit model competitors I'm coaching, we are hitting quads like a wellness competitor. I'm not even kidding. Like the way that I'm programming it, we're hitting quads hard. We're hitting them hard. We're hitting them harder than bikini competitors in a lot of ways because this is just so much muscle and shape that you're actually bringing to the fit model stage. Because again, it's not that same level of condition where bikini. When you get so lean, you get so tiny, your muscle shrinks with you. You still got a lot of shape, but your muscle shrinks down. And this, you're actually showing more fullness in a lot of ways because you have a little bit more body fat and you're not having to diet as hard to get here, right? So again, she's got a really locked down look, pulls off that pro card, good quad sweep, everything's here. A little bit leaner in the upper body. That's one of those things I see, but that's just again going to be kind of how this division's rolling. We are kind of seeing a little bit overall in fit model conditioning discrepancies, and it's almost like by design in the division because realistically, you kind of have to have that. You kind of have to have that lower body fullness remain, which again can kind of take us there. So let's look from the back here, Priscilla now. So again, pretty classic fit model look here, still showcases all that shape in the shoulders, tapers in, everything's good, not distractions, not too much muscle in these triceps. Main focus, posterior chain, glute structure, right? We can see the upper glute, overall glute development, no tie-ins here. There are no tie-ins placing. We're winning pro cards here thus far at North American. It's very interesting to note that it's a very hard, turn back to the original rules for some, of the judging here at this event. It seems as some of the previous nationals and especially regionals were actually competitors showing some tie-ins. So great balance between the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes. Everything's all there. A lot of fullness, a lot of shape, a lot of size. That is what's winning in Fit Model right now. And if you are having a hard time trying to figure out this division, you don't know what to do, come do my free coaching trial. I can show you exactly how to train like a Fit Model competitor free for 7 days. I can give you feedback on your physique, show you exactly, exercises, sets, reps, everything that you need to be doing, help you with your nutrition, your posing, whatever it is. It's a free experience. And I keep getting such outstanding feedback from it. I just want to keep giving it to as many people as I can. Let's get them all in. Let's get them all in. Let me help you. That's why I do this channel. That's why I do the trial. Come check it out. You'll enjoy it. Okay. Just type that at teamfflex.com/7-day trial. Can't talk anymore, but okay. One more I want to take a look at. So we're looking at a Masters 40 plus here. Class D winner and pro card winner, Shannon. Okay, so Shannon here has again a lot of that classic fit model look right now, which is becoming pretty much very full, lot of muscle, very full, a lot of muscle, a lot of shape. Shoulders are full, taper in is great, brings that V tapered look. Lower body again, standing out, quad development, glutes from this front pose here. I mean, this is a lot of muscle. This is what's happening. And we're also noticing a very conditioned or consistent conditioning across the board for all of our competitors, right? Like nobody's blatantly too lean, nobody's blatantly too soft at this point. It's very, very similar conditioning across the board. Just these softer lines in the midsections, the obliques here, maybe a little bit up top, maybe some down here. This is not even typically though what I was talking about in Fit Model. Fit Model was looking much softer just mere months ago, and it's quickly advanced. So from the back, we'll see a lot of those same things. She has good overall shoulder structure, tapers in very well here, creates that V taper, lower body again, just a lot of muscle here creating this shape. Again, with these suits, you don't see as much of the upper glute, but you still can. It's there. No tie-ins. One more time. No tie-ins in Fit Model right now is what's winning pro cards. So, it is probably the most consistent actual event we have seen thus far, giving us a very clear outlook for what judges really want to see in Fit Model right now. And I want to know what you think. Do you like the look of current today's Fit Model? Do you like where it's going? Do you like where it's heading? Would you prefer it if it was bigger and leaner? Would you prefer it if it's smaller and softer? Do you like it right here where it is, where it's going? Let me know in the comments. And congratulations to all these ladies winning their pro card. No easy feat, and can't wait to see what they're doing in the pro league. All right, thank you for watching. Check out the free trial if you need help with anything. You will not regret it. And that's it. All right, talk to you later. Coach Rise out.